Today in Indian cinema, it's the era of pan-India films. And this movement has been clearly led by Telugu Cinema, which started from the visionary S.S. Rajamouli with his Bahubali films, and it never stopped from there. We got Pushpa, we got RRR, Salar, and now latest Kalki, and so many others. Then the Kannada Cinema followed with the KGF franchise, creating havoc. And then came Kantara out of nowhere, and it just blew it out of the park. Even Hindi cinema caught on in 2023, with Jawan and Pathan grossing 1,000 crores. Then we had Animal, Gadar 2, and recently with Stree 2 breaking all the box office record. Even Malayalam cinema, for its size, has given multiple 200 crore films. 2024 has been a dream run, and they have been dominating the OTT space. But when we come to Tamil cinema, apart from the Robot franchise, there's nothing. Why is that? Do they lack talent and resources? Not at all. They have Rajnikant, one of the biggest names in Indian cinema. Kamal Hassan, who went pan-India before it was a thing. Mani Ratnam, the first pan-Indian director. Shankar is so widely popular with his dubbed films. Dhanush and Vijay Sethupathi have made their name pan-India. So why are they left behind? Let's talk about it. Hello guys, I'm Nona Prince, and if you don't know me, I've been covering Indian cinema, especially South Indian cinema, for past 5 to 6 years. And this video has been in my pipeline for quite some time. And most of the times I came close to making this video, I was very angry, full of angst, because I've had my fair share of the issues. Tamil films not releasing near me. If they're releasing, there are no subtitles. When they release in the dub, it's not that great. But recently, when I went to watch a big Tamil film in Hindi dub, the show was cancelled. There weren't enough people. And that experience brought a certain calm within me. I don't blame anyone for it. It's no one's fault. But I'm happy that I'm making this video now when I'm much more calmer than before when I would have made it very angrily. Because that would never turn out to be a good video. So today, instead of just giving my opinion on why Tamil cinema is lagging behind, I went on the internet, researched, went to Reddit, read multiple articles about it, checked the box office analysis to figure out what's the real problem or problems. And I've come to these 4 points. Number 1, the mindset. Making a pan-India film is not a small task. You may think just make a good film and it will just travel. That's not the case. You have to put more efforts to make that good film travel and become pan-India. And a lot goes behind doing that. But the question is, does Tamil cinema want to go pan-India? The obvious answer would be yes. But maybe that's not the case. So there are two sides of it. One from the makers and one from the audience. Now from the industry, there's a sense that they actually don't care. They are very much satisfied with the business they do in Tamil Nadu and overseas where more Tamilians live. And they don't really want to take a risk of, going everywhere and trying to please everyone. They're actually happy with the box office revenue they earn from Tamil Nadu, and over that by selling their rights to OTT platforms and the dubbing rights to someone. They're happy to get this revenue, then go out and promote the film. And actually, if you see, these films are not meant to be pan-India. Most of them are meant to cater to the Tamil audience. Now, the national multiplex chains have this rule that there should be an 8-week window before the theater release and the OTT release. But most of these Tamil films don't follow that and make the gap just 4 weeks, because the OTT will pay them more for doing it. Because within 1 month, the film will be on their platform and they'll get more views. More people will subscribe to them. So that's beneficial. The producers don't know how well the film will do. Will the 8-week window work for them? Instead, just sell it for 4 weeks and get more money. Why to take the risk? And because of all this, it's the audience who suffers. Leo, Goat, Vetian didn't release in the national chains outside Tamil Nadu. And if they have actually released on those missed theaters, they would have made a lot of money, but also they would have created an audience who comes to theaters to watch their film. But they just missed out on all of it. Now let's come to the second side of the audience. Now online, I actually saw this sentiment a lot. People were saying, why should we go pan-India? If there are people interested to watch Tamil films, they should watch with subtitles. There's not even a guarantee for that though. But they say, why should we make films for them? If they want to watch our films, come watch it. And I see a sense of pride there. They're happy with what they have. They don't really care about others. And that is one way to look at things. But with that path, you'll never have the growth. And I feel if the audiences are not pushing for the industry to do better, then things most probably will not change. So if you see, overall, there's a lack of intent and attempt. But when they do attempt, what happens then? Let's come to point number 2, cultural barriers. Since the pan-India phenomena, there have been many people, who come up with theories. What is really pan-India? What you should do? Some say the films have to be universal. Everyone should understand them. They cannot be very rooted. But others say the film should be rooted because rooted is universal. And they give the example of Kantara. Now, films can be very rooted and still be universal, because at the end of the day, you're telling the story of human being. We all feel the same. We all have the similar emotions. So if that is clear, it will translate to any language. And in case of Kantara, first of all, it's an anomaly. Once in a blue moon, a film like that comes, which is very small, independent almost, which goes on to become a biggest blockbuster. But second of all, it is actually a commercial film. That's how it's made. But the plot has elements which is very rooted. So it's a beautiful blend, and that's why it works. But why it doesn't work for Tamil cinema? If you see, most Tamil films which I have seen are rooted in culture as well as politics of that region, and that can alienate the outside audience. Let's take example of Ponniyin Selvan. Now that film was based on literary work which was inspired from historical events. So there is not much room to change things. But for the non-Tamil audience, the names in the film, the places, is very different. The plot is so dense, it's very hard to follow. Like I literally made an explanation video of PS1 in Hindi, and making it, I was getting confused. And even I felt the makers didn't put in efforts to make the film palatable for audiences outside Tamil Nadu. It felt that they couldn't commit if you want to make this film for the Tamil audience or a pan-India audience, and between that they were nowhere. Because I know a lot of people in Tamil Nadu also didn't enjoy what they did. On the other hand, if you take Shankar's 2.0, they casted Akshay Kumar, a Hindi actor, in the villain's role, and that film is very universal. And Shankar makes his films like that. They are big, they are for the masses. Now many may not consider 2.0 a great film, but the point is to find the right balance. And the big reason for it to not happen is point number 3, the star problem of Tamil cinema. Pan-India films are generally big budget films. Again, Kantara is an anomaly. Thus, to justify a budget, you need to get a big star. And with that comes his baggage, the fans' expectations, and his ideology. Because many of them are interested in politics. They are these big stars, so they have to give moral lessons in the films. They have to always appear in the right light. Thus, their films need to have politics. To cater to the fans, the film will have references to the old films of the hero. And when that takes over the film, suddenly, for non-Tamil audience, it all goes over the head. Because you have no idea about those references. You don't know about those old films. You feel left out. But the fans get happy. And that's the point. And these stars have also become too big for their own good. Most of them don't do promotions for their film. Maybe they'll have this one fan meet or press meet, but they don't go outside in different states to promote it. And there's also this ego thing that when they go to different industries, they may not have the same authority that they enjoy in their region. I also led that there's a lack of new stars in Tamil cinema. They're just old ones who are continuing. Rajnikant, Kamal Hassan, Vijay, Ajit, and that's it. There hasn't been a new star who can draw the same kind of attention like these old ones, which when compared with Telugu is totally different. They've constantly built up new stars every generation. So all these can be reasons behind why producers don't want to take that risk. They don't want to go outside. They don't feel confident enough. So what is the solution? Point number 4, the leap of faith. Someone has to stand up. Someone has to take charge if you really want to go pan-India. And you already have it. LCU is a brand. Lokesh Kanagaraj has done it, but it's not being backed by the producers. They have failed him. He's actually one of those directors who balances the fan service with good storytelling really well. Watching his films, you don't feel you're missing out a lot. You understand what's really happening. There may be references for the fans, but even if you don't know, you can enjoy those films. And if you take Leo, it's totally his film. If you just watch the film for what it is, you'll understand everything. And then it clearly connects to his whole universe. There was so much buzz for the film, but again, it didn't get a national release because the 4-week window thing. That film could have cemented LCU pan-India. So the actors and producers have to come together and support the director. We have so many examples. Take Yash and Prashant Neel. For both KGF films, Yash went everywhere to promote it. Allu Arjun is such a big star, but he still went to North and promoted the film himself. And it's not that only the big stars in Tamil can do it. You don't need to be a familiar face to everyone around India. We have seen that with Yash and Prabhas. No one knew them outside their region, but they still became such big stars today. It clearly tells the audience doesn't care what name is in the film, but if you deliver them what they want in that big package, they will accept it. SS Rajamouli spends so much time to get the dubbing right. It all happens under him. He writes the script, send it to the other writers who will translate to different languages, then bring all of them back and rewrite the script so that the lip sync matches at many moments. So he's thinking at that level, and you are not even dubbing the films for yourself. You're giving it to some other agencies and let them do whatever they want. Your films need to reach the theaters where the audience are waiting for your films. You cannot be so short-minded that I got my money, I don't care about anything else. You have to indulge in the right promotions. You have to be visible to the people. You need to show that you care, and that's something I don't see today. Like some big Tamil films don't even have subtitles for the trailers they put out in the first day. That attitude will not work. But with everything said, I am hopeful. With Kanguva, Surya is doing it. They've got all the elements. They've casted a Bollywood actor. They're dubbing it in multiple languages. They have taken their time. They're talking with Karan Johar to distribute the film, and I hope they even promote it well. Does that guarantee a pan-India hit? Not at all. It will all come down to the content of the film, but at least you're attempting to go there. That's what matters. Now, Tamil cinema may be lacking in pan-Indian cinema, but that's not the case with good cinema, which I've talked about in this video. Check it out. They always have been giving us good films. Do let me know your thoughts. What do you think? What can be improved? Are there more points to be mentioned? Do you care about pan-India hit or not? Let me know all in the comments below, and I will see you next time.